Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Charlottesville, home of the Virginia Cavaliers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Virginia Cavaliers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Hokies will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Virginia's offense will start this game off with the football. So when these two met last year, bowl eligibility was on the line, and Virginia Tech got the win, went to the Duke's Mayo Bowl, and the Cavaliers ended the season in disappointment.
Virginia Tech was able to end their season with a Pop Watson, young freshman quarterback stepping in, and he went to work, David, throwing the football, showing off his athleticism. He was the difference for the Hokies and helping getting them bowl eligible with this win last year.
Yeah, and listen, the Hokies, let's be honest, they've had the advantage in this rivalry for a long time. They've won 22 of the last 24. So I'm not good at math, but I know Virginia's not good in this matchup, and they've got to find a way to somehow compete at a higher level and find a way to win this rivalry game.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Fires to the big fella, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Brown has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that'll put the 1st points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. And the returner will be dragged down. So Virginia Tech's offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, What players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Drones. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Hokies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds his big tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. This rivalry dates back to 1895, the first time Virginia and Virginia Tech faced. I don't even think Virginia Tech was called the Hokies then.
And the names might have changed, and this rivalry's been consistent. The hatred is consistent. The disdain for each other is so much fun to watch late in the season.
There's just so much intensity in this game because it's normally played late in the year, and the offseason is based off of who wins this game.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Selden. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Stewart. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Hokies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Slides away. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Looking downfield, it's Drones. A strike downfield. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Courtney. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Hauls it in. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so well.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's going to run it. Keeps it and gets the 1st down. He's loose. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
They call third down money down for a reason. Like, second down, they get the sack, put them in a situation where it's a known passing situation. And how about this offense, man? They're trying to throw the football down the field, but this guy doesn't panic. He doesn't flinch. Does a nice job. Nobody covered, doesn't force the football, and even better, takes off, scrambles, and gets the big first down for this offense.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Cavaliers can really attack on this second and short. Now the play fake. Fires to the right. He's got it. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. The offense will quickly use a timeout. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to throw. It's Morris. Unloads it downfield. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, some real thrilling performances, and there's still 2 quarters to go here between the Cavs and Hokies. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Virginia Tech and Virginia plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like...
And that's a live ball. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. The Hokies in a good spot here with second and short. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And now on second down for this offense. Here's the handoff. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a third and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Keep it on the ground. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down. And the Hokies line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Makes the catch at the 45. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Dropping back, it's Morris. Fires it down the seam. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Find some fresh air. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. And the Cavaliers line it up with a 1st and goal. Trying to run it in. Touchdown, Cavaliers! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
We've reached the end of the period. It's Virginia holding the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll try the left side. How about that play behind the line as they lose 5?
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
The Hokies send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner is stopped. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Morris. Rushes on him. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand, that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man. It's Selden. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Wants to throw again. Got a man. It's Green. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Looking to throw for it. Moves around to clear up the vision. Oh, look out. The ball's free. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
These crucial situations you practice so much. Inside of 2 minutes, they score, they win. Defensively, how do you bow your neck? You force a turnover, force the fumble, get the ball back to your offense. Go get me a few first downs. This one's over.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. So the Cavaliers take down the Hokies to claim the Commonwealth Cup. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in.